Still feel okay? Let's move on. We're going to do some planks and some hovers to really fire up the core. So turning over, come onto your front. You want your hands shoulder width apart, and you want your hands or your wrists directly underneath your shoulders. Now take the knees to hip width apart, push into the hands, pull the shoulders down away from the ears, and pull the abdominals in, pulling belly button up towards the spine. Okay, so from there, tuck the toes under and have a little look. We're going to lift the knees, pushing the heels back, lift one leg, lower the leg, bring the knees to the floor, and then repeat. So we lift, other leg lifts, and then release. As you move, try and keep the hips level, and as you lift the leg, take it just to hip height. Now as you move the leg, you're going to work really hard into the core, so keep pulling navel to spine, squeeze your thighs and your glutes, and try pushing down into the floor even more. There's always one. Okay, just a few more. Lifts, place it down, knees down, and the last one. Moving on, let's come into a hover. So bring both elbows down to the floor, and you want to check your position here so the elbows are directly underneath the shoulders. Fists next to each other, push the elbows down, again pull the shoulders down away from the ears, and notice here how the hips are shoulder width, not up in the air. Okay, exactly the same movement. So we're going to lift up, lift the leg, lower the leg, place the knees down, and repeat. And I'm trying really hard to keep my hips still here. It's taking a lot more core effort when I'm on the elbows. Try not to overlift the leg, otherwise you'll end up dipping into the lower back. So what can you do to stabilise your position more? It's a case of really bracing the abs, not lifting the leg too high, and squeezing the thighs and the bottom as you move. One more on each side. Okay, we're going to turn over, lying down on your back, bring both legs up into the air, tuck the chin, lift the head and crunch up. So we're going to lift the tailbone and the shoulder blades up, bend one knee, other leg long, arms wide. So lift up, crunch up as high as you can, other side, drop down. Now let's exhale as you lift, inhale, lower, exhale, inhale, lower. How high can you get your shoulder blades? Keeping the chin tucked between the legs. And as we bend one knee into the chest, you'll notice how we're working really hard to stabilise the lumbar spine as we move. And just introducing this unilateral training helps to work even harder through the stabilising muscles of the core. Last one. Great stuff. Hold the back of the legs, rock yourself up, coming back into a plank. So movement now, setting up again, hands under shoulders, knees hip width apart, climb back up, and now the move is to take the leg wide. We go 3, 2, 1, and holds, come back in, change legs, 3, 2, 1, and holds, come back in. Option to make it harder, 3, 2, leg and opposite arm go wide, slide it back in, 3, 2, leg and arm wide, slide it back in, one more each side. So you're working hard to keep the hips and the shoulders squared to the floor as you move. Keep the ab brace coming. Excellent stuff. Now bend the knees, bring them back to the floor. Come back into your hover. Check shoulders are down, abs are braced. If you can here, tuck the toes, lift the knees up, hips in line with shoulders. And this time we're going to swing the leg. 3, 2, hold. Place it down, feet hip width, switch. Again, keeping both hips and both shoulders squared to the floor as you move. Not lifting the leg too high. One last time. 3, 2, done. Knees down. Push yourself up and back, and if you want to release, sit bottom to heels, reach into child's pose, forehead to floor, and breathe.